I'm Dr. Catherine Chua. I'm the Chief Medical Officer here at Davis Health System in Elkins, West Virginia, and I wanted to welcome you all to the Food Pharmacy. The Food Pharmacy is a concept that we developed because Davis Health System and our employees understand that the social determinants of health are far more important to our patients than what I can do as a physician in the clinic. The studies all show that those social things that go on in our lives actually account for 80% of our health, and the things that your doctor does only account for about 20% of that. We understand that food insecurity is a big part of why people in West Virginia have a hard time staying healthy. There's a concept that they talk about in the literature called food deserts. In an urban area, a food desert is considered not having a true grocery store within 2 miles of your residence. In rural areas like where we live, that geography expands a little bit, but it's defined as not having a grocery store within 10 miles of your residence. So when you think about that in terms of the geography of our area, most people in Randolph County really do live in these food deserts. And when people are faced with only being able to get their groceries from a gas station or convenience store, the amount of healthful foods are limited. The other issue that people in West Virginia tend to have is just learning habits that have been passed on from generation to generation of being able to put together ingredients in ways that maximize the ability to stretch the food, but that's not always the healthiest thing. So when we think about those things that West Virginians love, myself included, like biscuits and gravy, biscuits and gravy is one of those things that you could take a small amount of ingredients and stretch that into a large meal that will feed a lot of people. And although that's wonderful to be able to stretch your food like that, we've also realized that that's not super healthy, and that's why West Virginia tends to lead the nation in things like obesity and diabetes and heart disease. By providing the food pharmacy, we're allowing for your physician to say, hey, this person could really use a leg up as far as getting healthy food, and that we hope will help you to achieve better results with your health. So for the next 6 months, you'll be engaged in this process. It is going to include getting healthy food once a week. That's going to be a combination of both fresh food and some shelf-stable food that we get from the food pantry. And in exchange for the food, we're going to ask you to participate in some educational processes. We'd like for you to do the life skills class with Jim Severino, and that's going to kind of teach you a little bit on how to control your diabetes, control your weight, and eat healthier. And then also we're going to have several of these small 5-minute videos to just give you some insight into some of the things that contribute to well-being and health. So some of the things that we'll talk about are, number one, savvy shopping. So, when you go to the grocery store, how do you make your dollar stretch and still get healthful foods? Another will be just stretching and activity. We're going to teach you a little bit how to handle your medical devices so that you can make sure that you're testing your blood sugar appropriately. We're going to give you some information on medication management and some cooking classes. So if you're interested, we're glad to have you here, and we hope that we can take this concept of the food pharmacy and make it into a larger concept that will actually be able to affect a lot more people. You're part of our pilot group, and we appreciate you being here. If you have any questions at all about the program, or if you need a little bit more help with managing your disease, just go ahead and talk to your doctor, or feel free to give me a call at the hospital at any time. Thank you.